Welcome, welcome. Let's see here. Alright, hopefully I'll get shared in where I need to be and all the good stuff. Doo-doo-doo. See if I can find myself. There we go. And get myself shared out everywhere. So, welcome, friends. There we go. Hello, Miss Sherry. How are you? Thank you, Miss Cynthia, for having me once again in this month's Memory Decks event. Hey there, Mel. So Mel is actually up after me. This is first time, isn't it? Yes, it is. Long time no see. It is your first month with us, so that is super exciting. Super exciting that we get to have you in the event. Just trying to. There we go. No. Why is it not letting me see my own? I don't know what it's doing. Okay. So, it's acting up. Well, we're going to work with it. Thank you for sprinkling me out. Hello, Miss Janet. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. So, let me get you guys down here. Let me know. Hopefully I'm trying to use the sun versus my lamp. So, hopefully, I'll make some shadow, but hopefully it won't be too bad. All right. So, I'm having issues with my printer, as we can tell. So I don't know how, I was able to get the birds, the owls, those were really cute, and they did come out, for the most part all right. And I think I can kind of get away with this one, even though there is a little bit of the streaks there. But these two, I don't know what's up with my printer. It's been giving me trouble all week, so hopefully we can figure it out soon enough. But this is one of the printables that is offered. It is one of the free printables, so make sure that you are following Guided Creations Printables, okay, so that way you can every month get the free printables that Miss Cynthia offers us to play with, and they are so, yeah, they don't look too bad. Yeah, they don't look that bad. It's just these ones, like, that's bad. This one I can kind of get away with, but the bottom two, I don't know what. We've been trying to figure out what's going on with it. So, we're going to play, we're going to figure this out, and hopefully we can do something with it. Hopefully, is my. So I wasn't able to print off the backgrounds because there's always backgrounds that she offers us. So we're just gonna have to play with it, okay? Hi there, Miss Maritza. How are you? Thank you for popping in. It's a style. There we go. It's a style. It's a style. I gotcha. I mean, there's always differences, right? There's nothing wrong with that. So, yeah. I am trying to find, I thought I still had a piece of my napkin around here, but I'm not finding it. I am not finding my napkin. Hey there, Wiki Poo. What you doing? Hmm? No jumping up, please. It's already... I just said don't jump up here. Yo, this is Wick. He's the baby. He's the little boy. But you need to go play over that way somewhere, okay? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, because that... No, we'll figure it out. I guess I might just end up playing and putting something else. We'll figure it out. It'll be fine. All right, so let's get us a little bit of a background going. Hello there. Welcome in to Chicks Crafting. Welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. And everybody, welcome to the May Memory Decks event. It is hosted by our lovely Cynthia from Guided Creations Printables, who does these amazing printables. And like I said, she offers free ones for you guys to play along with us, so that's always a lot of fun. I believe, you know, the fact that, you know, you get to play, I think is a lot of fun. Okay, so we are going to try to layer some. Maybe I'll do it this way. I think we'll do it that way. Okay. All right. I will tell you, I am never 100% prepared, but we make it happen, right? So thank you so much for spending some of your Thursday with me. I really do appreciate it a whole lot. And so I'm just I'm just using some of the Distress Oxide to take care. And we are at an hour now. It used to be 45 minutes, but we are at an hour, which is definitely helpful. It helps me to keep time because it's super hard. Watching from the middle of Tennessee. Well, welcome, welcome. We are neighbors. I'm in Georgia. Not necessarily middle Georgia, but south of Atlanta. So thank you so much for popping in. I do appreciate that. Hey there, my Sue. How are you doing, Miss Susan? How are you? So I've been able to see bits and pieces of everybody. I've been running errands today and stuff, and all the good things, you know, that we have to do, all the responsibilities. So thank you for sprinkling out the love. I do appreciate that a whole lot. I appreciate you guys always being here and being so supportive. So thank you so much for that. I really do appreciate it. Always appreciate every single one of y'all for coming and spending time with me. Ooh, awesome. So you're getting ready, huh? That's a good thing. I'm so glad. We've got several. I know Mel, who's coming up afterwards. It's her first month, so I'm super happy for that. It's nice when we get new friends coming in and playing with the memory decks. Miss Cynthia puts a lot of work into it. and it's the end of the month, beginning of the month is always crazy busy for everybody. So I truly appreciate all the work that she puts into for these wonderful events, because it is so nice to be able to come and play. And so we're talking about mother's love, and I am blessed to still have my mama. Actually, I have both of my moms, so I'm very blessed in that aspect, that they are still on this earth with us. So I'm very grateful for that, because I know that not everybody is so is that blessed to have that, you know. So I'm very grateful that I do. And even if mom is not present, keeping those memories, you know, of our moms is always important, you know. That's always a very important thing to do, is to keep those memories present, even if they have passed. But, you know, a mother's love is unique, because there's that bond that cannot be described really by any other bond. The bond that a mom has with her child, and just the fact of how we like know things is, you know, really, really cool. My kids always thought I was, you know, psychic or something or another, you know, because I could always kind of like figure out what they were doing, even when I wasn't quote unquote looking. And I'm like, well, that's kind of what mamas do, right? We should know these things. We should have an idea of what our kids are getting themselves into. Alright, so I'm using a little bit of pink now, because we do have these really cute florals on here. And I'll probably be adding, I have a few paper flowers around here, so I'll probably be adding some of those as well to our memory decks, just to add, you know, some focal points into it. And then we'll definitely be adding some of the really pretty words, sentiments that were included in the printables. So again, please make sure that you go and look at those printables. I know that Miss Cynthia also has a Ko-fi page. That's K-O-F-I, and you can find her designs there. They have memberships where you'll get access to all of the different ones, so definitely check it out. It's like I said, so much really pretty items to work with, and you know, I always absolutely love it. Okay. I think I'm going to come up with it like that, so that I can put my flower over there. Alright, so let me bring my baggie of flowers. I'm not going to glue anything down yet. I want to play around with the placement of stuff. So let's see. I have that one, but that's a little too big, I think. So let's look for some small flowers. I love having like bags like this, because then you can just, you know, grab and look, have a look-see for different items. Ooh, I know we have purple, but that's a dark purple. That's too dark. Okay, here's some paper ones. Let me see if I can find some more smaller ones. I don't know if yellow would look that good, but I'm gonna pull it out. to have it. Here's some more punch outs. Those are always fun to have. Oh, there's a pink one. I got a pink one. That's a fun one right there. If I hadn't used green, that might have been alright. Here's another white one, and I'm gonna grab. I'm just gonna pull a whole bunch of like different little ones out to see, and we'll probably be building some flowers here in a bit, and then we'll decide which ones to put on there. So how's everybody been doing today? Has everybody been able to see some of our friends playing with their memory decks cards today? I hope so, because it's so much fun when we do get to hang out with our friends. I mean, I don't talk all the time when I'm watching, but I do like to be able to see what my friends are coming up with, because, you know, I've said it multiple times, y'all inspire me all of the time. And so I do thank you for the inspiration to create. Okay, so let's build us some flowers. When you have a whole bunch of like punches, that's one of the fun things you can do, is you can take your punches and you can have a whole bunch of like pre-cut out little bases, and then you can start creating together. So that is a lot of fun to do, and I would definitely suggest that, because that way, you know, you can make stuff, use up your scraps when you're making these little pieces here, because I mean, we all have them, right? We all have scraps, we all have those little pieces of paper that are just lingering around, and so you can punch out a whole bunch of different shapes, and you don't have to make them right then and there, but you have the opportunity to make them when you want to, you know, and that's the thing about it. So, and I'm just using some of the vintage photo on my edges here, just to make them a little darker, because I like how that is, that one right there is kind of giving me the inspo for putting some of our vintage photo distress ink on the edges of these petals. And try different papers too. So like right here I have like, this one is more almost like construction type paper, is what it feels like, versus like regular scrapbook or anything like that. So that's definitely always fun. Hey there, Miss Nancy. Hello, hello, welcome in, my friend. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. Alright, so we're just gonna give us, oh my gosh, that was way too much glue. Okay, like I do not need that much glue. Okay, so I don't know what in the world happened there, but sheesh, I ended up with glue everywhere. So we're just gonna go ahead, I guess, and build us a flower. So we ended up building 2 flowers at one time because the glue decided to go everywhere. That happens, right? I mean, it happens sometimes. We don't. Glues are special. That's for sure. So I know that Miss Cynthia is in Canada, but for those of us in the States, have all of y'all's Joann stores closed already? I know that ours here in our state have. Their last day was actually Sunday. So, kind of curious how it is for everybody else. Alright, so now I'm holding this just a little bit so that it can actually glue itself together. And then you can, if you have like little rhinestones, you can put little rhinestones in the middle here. You know, you don't have to actually really do anything. You could put hola tú. Sí, eso es cierto. That's very true. Everything happens on a live. So yeah, if you have like little you know, like little bling dots, like little diamond dots, you can use those. You can also do this without the glue and just use a brad, but since this is going straight on here, I'm obviously not going to be using a brad. Don't know that I'm necessarily going to really put anything on the background, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my owl all glued up here, and I am definitely not going to rely on the glue at all because we see how that went. That was all over the place. So definitely not doing that. Not doing that one at all. And if I need more, I can always add some more here. Okay. And then we're going to add our flowers, which I really am liking how they are, even though they were, you know, not really. They never work for you. Well, I will say that I have to make sure that I am using the right side. For the most part, if you know wherever this flap is, for the most part, if yours does have one, it is normally covering where the sticky side is. So then that helps. But I've had some where you pull the whole thing off, and if you don't put the what you call it, the refill in just right, it'll be upside down, because I've done that. I have done that. La flor amarilla y la rosa. No, es que el amarillo es muy chilloso, no me gustó. So, I am going to go ahead and get a little bit here. So for those of you who may not know, I'm speaking to my sister in Spanish because she's in here commenting. which is nice because she doesn't always catch me live. So excited for that. Now let's okay, and then I think I'm gonna add that one right there, and this one I'm actually going to grab some of my 3-in-1. It was sent to you in Happy Mail. That's really cool. That's actually really cool that you got some in Happy Mail. But yeah, it should be pretty easy. What brand? Do you know what brand it is? Because that many times will tell you, or might help me to tell you like how you need to go about using it. I like it because it's very thin and it doesn't make your paper warp. So that's why I like it. So I am going to be, I do have that rose going here. It's gonna take it a bit to sit in though, I know that much. I know that much. That's the only thing about using like your wet style glues, is that they tend to take a little bit longer to dry. That's the only thing. So we're gonna come over here, we're gonna tuck our leaf in and put it there, and we're gonna go ahead and, what did I do with, oh yeah, so so all the sayings are beautiful, but with this one I like the one that it says that no sweeter love than mom's love. I do like that one, so I think that's the one that I'm going to be using here for my owls. So we're going to go ahead and cut that one out. And like I said, there are 2 more pages to the free printables. One that has florals and one that has all the beautiful backgrounds. Because my printer was being my printer, I wasn't able to get those printed, because I do like to use those. But if you have the chance, I would say print all 3 off and play. There's enough for you to make, you know, if you print it off one time, there's enough for you to make at least easily 4 cards. And then when I first started, I didn't have these die cutted memory decks cards, nor did I have the fancy punch either. So I had shown how to make the memory decks holes, or very look-alike holes, with just a regular hole punch. So you can definitely do that. My cousin sent them to me. They're from Walmart. Any chance you know what the brand is? From Walmart, because I know, because Walmart carries a few different brands, or are they like the Walmart brand? Hello there, Miss Verilyn. How are you, my sweet friend? I hope that you are having a better day today, and feeling better, my friend. I really do hope so, because it is definitely never fun, you know, not feeling well. This clavicle pain of mine is still bothering me, and I guess it's gonna be a while, but I got the call yesterday from the referral so that I could go and have the MRI done that the doctor wanted. And I set up the appointment for this afternoon. Actually, I set it up for right after my live. But then they called and told me what, you know, with the insurance and the out of pocket, and y'all know the drill, right? Well, yeah, it wasn't gonna happen. So I told them to go ahead and cancel the appointment because that's just not gonna happen. You know, with the amount that we pay into, you know, healthcare, and by we I mean all of us, you know, you pay into the healthcare system for, you know, with all of your deductibles and stuff, and the fact that there's still so much additional that needs to be paid is just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I was like, y'all want half of what my monthly mortgage is. That's not gonna happen. That's definitely not gonna happen. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this down here, and I did put it on a little bit of some thin foam tape just to raise it up just a little bit. Nothing crazy, right? Nothing super elaborate, but it does give it, you know, the sense of it's raised, right? Now y'all know what the deal is, right? If there's eyes, what do we do? If I can pull it out and find it, because I just had it. I'm struggling, but I think I overdid it last week. Oh yeah, see, look, organizing is a whole job. It's a whole job on its own, and you know, yeah, I'm gonna be organizing for years. And it seems like, you know, you get done organizing and you gotta start all over again. Because either you got a whole bunch of other stuff that came in and piled up, or, you know, you were messy when you were doing things and then just never got it put away, and it's a never-ending job, and not one that I really like. So yeah, so if you guys could also please keep me in your prayers, because this clavicle, believe me, it hurts trying to do something simple like raise my arm and putting on like a jacket or a t-shirt. Sleeping has become more uncomfortable than usual. I mean, it's already hard to sleep, but it's only gotten harder. So definitely not my thing right now. I'm definitely not not happy. It just says glue tape. Gotcha. Send me a picture. Send me a picture, and we'll try to figure it out. So see how, let's see if the thing will focus. There we go. Okay. So see how the glossy accents, you know, literally accentuates those eyes. I absolutely love that. So this is one of them. We do have time to make a second one, so we're going to do the one with the mom and the little girl, because it's the only other one that I think is, you know, decent. I know we said it was a whole style, but I don't want to use that style. I donated a bunch of your craft supplies. Thank you. You know what? It's a good thing to donate what we, because we tend to get stuff and think we're going to use it, and then actually not use them. So that's a good thing, honestly. If you can, you know, you can find a good place to donate them to, and let somebody else get the use out of it that you know, you're not going to because maybe that's not your style anymore, or, you know, you decide it's not what you like to do. Gracias, sis. Oh, you forgot to do that? Yeah, you gotta do it. You gotta add the glossy accents. Like, no wonder the lids are not working. I'm putting the wrong lids on stuff. But yeah, I mean, these are, like I said, we all have scraps, so we can, you know, if you have punches, floral punches, you know, use your scraps up to make flowers. If you know, or maybe you have some paper flowers in your stash somewhere that you can use them. Like I said, you can put a little like a little bling dot right there. That would look cute as well. So you can definitely do that. That one's too big, so that one's gonna go away. Yeah, I like this one because it's got texture to it. And then, but that one fits better, so we're gonna do that one because it fits better. I don't know why this glue, normally it's a pain and never wants to come out, and now it just wants to ooze everywhere. It just wants to, ugh. I'm still trying to find a glue that I like. Hey there, Miss Ruthie, how are you, my sweet friend? I forgot to send out a post today that at 5 o'clock, starting at 5, every 5 minutes, the polls we're going to post for the for May and for June. I forgot to send that out. So if you guys like to be in events, in the events that I host, please go check out the Hangout and see if there's starting at 5, if there's an event that you would like to be a part of, and you can sign up. I need to go in and finish and do July as well, so that way I have everything scheduled all the way through the end of the summer. But yeah, all right, so let's see. So we have us some flowers now. Okay, and where did my pink go? Because I want to color this one in the pink, so I'm going to do the pink. Since we already did a yellow one, we're gonna do a pink one now. And this is spun sugar, so it's a very soft pink, which I think goes perfect for the very cute and soft nature of the printables that we have this month. Ah. Now, you would think that because school is out and this, that, the other, that my summers calm down. Actually, my summers tend to be crazier. So, trying to get everything out, so that way, you know, people can schedule themselves, and because, like, I know I need to have, like, everything the way I need it to be, because, you know, it's the summertime, so we have family plans and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So trying to, you know, stay abreast and on top of those things is what I'm trying to do. All right, so let me get this image cut out right quick. Well, right quick, as quick as I possibly can. Okay, and we'll be using this one. And I know that at times fussy cutting can be calming and all the good things, but not all the time for me, because my hands go to hurting, and so I don't like to fussy cut per se too much. I'm not a huge fussy cutter, and I'm still trying to figure out how to do it with my cutting machines to where they recognize it as a whole image and cut around it, and not try to cut every single element out of the image, because that's been my problem in the past, is that it goes chopping things off because there's gaps when it scans, which is frustrating to say the least. Okay, so let me try to cut around the hair a little bit closer. How do you get into the group? Go to... Aren't you in that group, my friend? It's T's Paper Crafting Friends Unite. Let me pull that up right quick, so now my phone's somewhat charged. Let me see. No, you're not in here. Alright, I'm gonna send you a quick invite, okay? If this thing will work. Okay, I sent you an invite, Miss Susan. So just go and check your notifications, accept it, and then that way you'll be able to see when the polls go live. And that's where the that's where my regular events happen. I still ask, because it is T's Paper Crafting Friends Unite, so you still have to use some form of paper. It doesn't have to be straight journaling, but some kind of paper. So, and I mean, you could do a whole thing and then just add, you know, a little paper tag, you know, or your paper could be a decoupage napkin in the background or something. You know, it doesn't have to be like a full-fledged, oh, like, let's go make a journal. You know, you could just, because I know that I have friends who, you know, don't feel comfortable with the journaling, or especially back when the group started, you know, they hadn't gotten their feet wet into journaling, and now that they have, some of them have also come on and are either here or in the Just Journaling Around event, which I need to put up the poll for that to see if anybody wants to participate, and we do that next week. So I definitely need to do that. But guys, there is going to be crafters all the way up to 10 p.m. Eastern time tonight, so please make sure that you are sticking around and enjoying all of the wonderful crafters, okay? Hang out for the polls. What do you mean hang out for the polls? I don't understand that. What am I doing? So right now I am fussy cutting because I have enough time to make a second one, so I'm trying to. what events do I do? Sometimes they're themed, sometimes they're just, you know, crafter's choice, and you can you know, do I can post. So Miss Cynthia does her Memory Decks event usually on the first Thursday of every month. So on the second Thursday of the month, I host an event called Just Journaling Around. And so anything journaling related, okay? That's what happens on that event. But I've started getting back into hosting other events, craft events, throughout the month, at least 2 or 3 times a month, because Miss Ruthie from This Nana's Crafty is helping me with like the sharing and stuff, because that's usually many times where I struggle with getting everybody shared in, and you know, just like if there's questions that need to be asked or anything like that. So she has offered and jumped in, and I am so grateful, because I was missing having the monthly events. Yeah, I will do that. I will do that, my friend. So yeah, if you want to, if you would like to participate, and if Miss Cynthia is okay with it, I can share the link in the Memory Decks event as soon as I get off, to both the journaling chat, because the journaling, the Just Journaling Around, which is once a month, that is a chat, a messenger chat. The rest is hosted, the other events are hosted on straight on in a group, in a Facebook group. So that's where the polls happen, because I've noticed that when it was too many polls, the FB tends to get a little cuckoo and likes to mess things up for you. Okay, so I'm just marking here so that I know where not to worry about putting any of my tape. Thank you. I do appreciate that, Miss Cynthia. I don't want to ever overstep my bounds of your graciousness. And I am so happy that you're in the Just Journaling Around events, my friend. And oh my gosh, I mean, we started that before a lot of the other groups had were getting into the journaling. This was back when Miss Sherry from Sunshine Designs and myself, we even had a Bible journaling group together. So it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I love hosting, letting people just go and be their creative selves. I'm just now getting into the journaling and love it. I've been a hardcore... See? That is so cool. I have, like... I respect people who scrapbook, because that... like the paper layouts and stuff, that's just, you know, it's very cool to see. Very cool to see, that's for sure. So, okay. Alright, so we've got here, let's add us some flowers, and then let's find us a sentiment to add as well on this one. So let's do that. I would love to have you, my friend. I think it would be so cool. It would be a lot of fun. And I'll be getting the, like I said, the Just Journaling Around event. I'll have to get that one posted here very shortly, because that's next week. I'm slacking. I'm slacking this month. It came around a little too quickly. It snuck up on me, y'all. I was like, oh my gosh, it's already May. Like, wow. You know? Like, at what moment did May show up? I think one of the kids is doing their laundry, because the laundry machine is over here singing its tunes. Y'all have a laundry machine that sings at you when it's done? I think that's funny that ours goes ding 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 ding, all that. Okay, so strong hand, soft heart, blessed to call you mom. Thanks for the cuddles and prayers. Your love and prayers shaped me. I love this one. Blessed to call you mom, and your love and prayers shaped me. That's a good one too. I think we're gonna do the blessed to call you mom. Thanks for the cuddles. We'll do that one. Yes, yours sings too? Yes, I know you like your 2 o'clock, and I was gonna automatically put you into the 2 o'clock. I was gonna give you that one, and put Miss Cynthia for her 3 o'clock, which she likes her 3 o'clock. So I know that's what works for her schedule. And then we have the sisters from Two Sister Jam, Miss Dana and Miss Stacy. They normally like the 8 o'clock. Miss Yadi likes the 7 o'clock. But I need to ask them if they're going to do it this month, since, well, not this month, but the month of June, since that's so close to their retreat. I don't know if they'll be available. So that's why, you know, you ask, right? That's why we ask. Okay, so the same thing with this one. I am going to put it on the, you're driving. Okay, well, please be careful. Don't be texting and driving. Are you off picking up, Emmy? Whatever you're doing, please be safe, my friend. No accidents, please. That's the last thing. Yes, I am doing it this month. And yes, Miss Sherry likes the 1 o'clock, because if not, she normally would do 2, but since Miss Susan likes the 2, Miss Sherry does the 1 o'clock. I was so glad to see you on today, dear. I know I didn't really talk, but I was glad to see you. Like I said, it's nice to be able to see, you know, my crafty friends, and we get together to do what we love and hang out. So no, you're picking up my niece, taking her to the appointment. My brother. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, okay. Well, still be safe out there, okay, sweetie? Because there's a lot of cuckoos on the road. Lots of cuckoos on the road these days. See? And it's not my normal, but let's see if we can add just a little bit on the lips, just to get a little something going here. And maybe on some of these flower tips. So just a little. And then over here on the flowers, just to give a little bit of that dimension. So kind of where like the little centers would be, that's where I'm putting the glossy accents. Alright. And then I did go a little too far, so I'm going to come in with the needle. In my case, you could use anything that's got a very fine tip that'll let you pull up some of the excess, okay? And so there we go. So look at that one. There we go. So see? So even with the printer issues, I still think it looks very pretty. So that is 2. I got to do 2, finish them up, get to show you guys both of them nice and finished. I think they both came out very, very cute. So thank you so much. I really did. Yes, up next for her very first time, her debut in the monthly Memory Decks event is Mel from Mel's Crafting Corner. So please go and watch her. You can see everybody in the Guided Creations Printables group. You can see it there and on the page as well. So please go and check her out. Give her some love and some support so that she knows that we're here for them. Hi there, Crafting Nani. How are you? We are in the 2 club. In the 2 club. Yeah, I went from 1 to 2. So yay. You know, give me a bit. Maybe I'll get to 3 someday. But I'm happy with 2. And I think they came out really very pretty. So I do like them. They're super cute. So thank you so much. I love y'all. Remember to be kind, my friends. Kindness is free to give and to receive, and it makes a huge difference in this world. Know that I love y'all, and until I